So, for this first lesson for this man, okay, which is a follower of mine, we going through that rough that I have made of a screenshot of Infinity Nikki, okay, my characters. And that's really the basic, the what we call the skeleton of a drawing. Here, you see, there is no shape to it yet. And principal, the principal goal, at least, is to do the boxman. Don't mind my husband talking, but yeah, we are going through a boxman. And by the way, my husband is a manager of mine. So yeah, anyway. So that's the boxman. So everything is all about geometry. You're just doing shapes right now, like that. You do the jawline over there. I would say that the basically making the end of the jawline at the joint of the nose. Then you do a triangle at the end that will pronounce the jawline. And yeah, we do the other part of the triangle. So it's basically a diamond shape on the top and a triangle and a rectangular. Like, see here, you have the rectangular joining on the eyes line. In here, you have where the mouth will be, the middle of the mouth. So basically, what is tricky part with the face is you have a diamond shape, a kind of cube, which for the man can be a rectangular shape. For the woman, it's a cube. And then you have a kind of a triangle being cut off on the top, a pyramid shaped. You can add the chin over there if you want, but it's not necessary. Me, I just keep it a little bit round like that. I make a round top of the pyramid, but in anime community it's a straight pyramid. Okay. Then you will define the bone of the nose, which the bone of the nose is there, okay, at 5 millimeters between the eyebrow, that will be the eyebrow, and that's the eyes, and at 10 millimeters of the nose, okay. Then after that, again 5. So I will put the annotation. So let's say 5 millimeters. Yeah. 10 millimeters. 5 x 5 from the nose, basically. So you basically cut your face in 5 parts. Yeah. So So that's what is the most trickiest part, is everything is 5 basically. And then when you have done that far, you can do the neck. So you can do the neck very very long or very small, of any shape and everything. Then you go do the shoulder area, which, okay, that's, you have to be at least symmetrical. Okay, so that's a woman that I am doing. Okay, for the chest, it's going to face that way. Okay, I'm just saying that will be the belly area. When the belly area will face that way, the part of the body will face that way, and then the ends and everything will come as a triangle. Also, again, as you see, the end, the palm of the head is a triangle. Then you can start to draw the finger, which on the end of a woman, the finger tends to be very close to each other, like, look, really, like, you see, very elegantly done, where a man is more thick, it's more masculine. Okay, so that's who you recognize that it's a woman, because of the elegance of where the finger is put in and everything. Okay, so here again a triangle, which be, that will be the this finger. Okay, the index will be there, and then here. So it's a reverse end. So you do a double triangle basically on the end, because that's the most simplest to show a reverse end. It's like that. Okay, it's like that, and then you can show the geometrical part. It's not perfect, you don't have to be perfect. The most important is to understand that it will be the thumb over there. So you redo another triangle here. It's a lot of triangle. Okay, body is a triangle itself. I would say, no kiddings, but that's, most of the shape of a woman is based on hourglass and triangle. The hourglass part here, hourglass part here is the waist, And then you start to see, wait a minute, it makes sense. All those shapes together. It's not like it's stupid, it's not dumb, it's geometrical. And that's the way of thinking, is really to really just feel the forms, feel the geometry. And it's not like you can have mistakes. See, yeah, my lines are too thick, so I really just redo my lines. It's no big deal. It's better to have that type of crayon to start drawing, because you can easily gum it. It's basically Faber-Castell. Okay, very basic Faber-Castell, very basic school gum to shape, the one for the ink, the one for the crayon. The ink part can brush away the thick lines if you make mistakes. And when you go far away, you can go on the Critérium. This one is broken, but just the Critérium is for the more heavy lines. Then you have the choice between the inking pencils, which is a Faber-Castell again, okay, or the basic pencil for writing, basically the basic big. So it's really just, Faber-Castell is a good mark, by the way, but it's very, very basic. It doesn't need to be perfect, okay? Even if you make a, oops, I made a line, and so what? It will make your drawing better. Here I just done it on the stomach area, okay? So I retake my Faber-Castell. That's the stomach area, yeah. That's the navel area, because I said the character will face this side, okay? This side. Oh, that was the navel of the body. See? It's really easy, and it's really to understand that a mistake can actually help you understand. Here, since the body is shaped, we are going to finish the hourglass, okay? The hourglass is only, that's if you draft the hourglass, which give you this side of the hourglass. The hourglass will give you where the position of the navel, okay? So you can gum out right after the hourglass, okay? It's no big deal. So now we have the ribs cage, the navel, and the hip bone, okay? And it's really, really like very, very tiny, tiny, tiny difference, okay? It's like bumps a little by it seam. Even me at 33 years old, I make mistakes, but see, okay? Here you have, that's the booty, okay? And that's what you learn. I mean, after that you see, you will do the direction like, okay, I want to know the position of the chest, okay? So the chest goes by the tips of the hourglass, okay? And then you know where the position is. Yeah. And then you know the position of the collarbone. So now you see why doing that, using those pencil or inking, is very important, because when you go through the shape and the process of a boxman, like we like to call it, it's that way. It's, you have to learn to basically do and not be afraid of making mistakes. Yeah, that's the most important. Okay, no blah blah anymore. I will show you. So the cylinder is the arm, okay? It's mainly cylinders. Okay, that's a half, a quarter of a circle, okay? And that's a little bite of that type of shape that's used in 3D, okay? You really have to look at model of 3D, okay? I don't remember all the name of the shapes, which is no big deal. Because me, when I drive like I feel the driving, and it's very difficult for me to be a good teacher. But yeah, basically that's for you. Draw the arms, you have the face. Now we are going to perhaps remove the line, because that's line I have done it to show where the collarbone will be positioned. Okay. It's really like, okay, there it stopped the neck. So could have been another way to reposition the collarbone, but yeah. The legs and the other part of the arm will be for tomorrow, because the feet, I hate to drop the feet. We will retake this tutorial number 1 another time. If you think I went too fast, tell me in comments and let me know. Okay. So I have done it for bra 3647. Okay, one of my new follower. He want me to be a teacher of him, so here we go. Bra, that's for you. Tutorial number 1 of this screenshot of Infinity Nikki that you will have to do it for in 1 year. Okay, so that's the really the basic. Okay, that was the study, the practical study. Okay, so that's your first exercise as a student. I know I am being rough to do that on 1 year, but because it would be a lot of study, a lot of paper, a lot of criterium used, a lot of gum to use, a lot of ink, pencil to use, or even a lot of Bic to use. But that's what you learn, and after that, when you really learn the basics, okay. Even that line is not necessary. When you relearn the basics, really, you can go do 3D, you can go do whatever and everything. That's your tutorial number 1. Okay, thank you for following me. It's not a perfect tutorial, nobody is perfect, I'm not asking to be perfect or anything else, just learning, that's all. Thank you for this session of e-learning. Bye.